Welcome to week 3 of the online IEP course at Southern Utah University. This week we're going to continue our discussion about communication. Before we get into this week's material, I want to remind you, or help maybe explain to you, about feedback. So if you click on the grades link from the sidebar in the main Canvas window for our course, you'll be able to see a list of all of the assignments, and with each assignment it'll show the date of the assignment, and then in the far right next to each assignment there'll be a couple icons, and one of the icons will show that the assignment has been graded. The other one looks like a couple speech bubbles. Click on that icon. That icon will take you to my feedback. It'll show you the comments that I've made on your assignment. It's really important that you read that feedback so that you can use that advice to continue improving on your assignments each week. For example, with timed writing 2 from last week, many students made the same kinds of errors in week 1 and week 2. And I think it's because they didn't read the feedback from week 1. So my goal is to help you get better, and practice is a part of that, but it's also getting that feedback from me, your coach, so that you can make some changes every time you do a new assignment. If you ever have questions about my feedback, please let me know. We can set up a video conference through Google, and we could even meet face-to-face through the internet to talk about your essays or your assignments so that I can clarify feedback and help you get better. This week in the discussion forum, our topic will be about your best English experience. I want you to think about what's the way you've used English that's really helped you feel confident and feel like you are a good English user. I just want to comment on how great it's been to visit the discussion forum. Even though we all live in different countries around the world, it's been great to get to know you and your experiences through the discussion forum. So I really appreciate your commenting to each other and asking each other questions. It helps us create a classroom atmosphere, even though we can't all be in the same room. This week, instead of a timed writing, we're going to go back to timed speaking. Timed speaking is similar to timed writing, where there's some kind of question and you need to answer with supporting evidence. So we'll go back to doing that this week. The big difference between the timed speaking and the speech act is that the speech act is some kind of interactional language. It's like you're talking to someone, whereas the timed speaking is more like a speech that you're giving. So the speech act for this week will be about giving directions. So be thinking about that. How do you give directions in English? What kind of words do you use? Please look at the sheet for the speech acts, which gives some suggestions on types of phrases that are commonly used when giving directions in English. And then at the end of our week, our process writing experience will be another source summary. This time the source will be a written source instead of a listening source. So you'll read this article from Microsoft about online civility. The first time, skim the article. When you skim something, you don't read every word. Instead, you look at the pictures, you read the title, you read headings, you read any interesting words or charts in it. So the skim is just a quick review of the article to get in a sense, what is this article about? Then you go back a second time and read it more carefully. Read every paragraph. And when you do that, you can take notes. What are the key ideas? Try to write at least one sentence about each paragraph, or part of a sentence. Don't copy all of the words, but write down some key words or phrases. Once you're done taking notes, put the article away. Don't look at it. And then summarize the article orally. What is this article about? Based on your notes, on what you remember. Okay? If you have a friend that you can talk to, tell your friend or your family member about the article. What was the article about? What do you remember? What were the most important things about it? Do that without looking at the article, just looking at your notes. Then you're ready to write a summary. If you try to write a summary while you're looking at the article and you haven't talked about it with someone else, you're going to end up copying from the article. And that's considered plagiarism, and it gets lots of college students into trouble when they copy from the original article. Instead, I want you to write about what you remember and what you understand. Don't copy anything from the original article. Then you'll write a better summary. I'll have a better sense of your ability as an English writer and an English reader, and you'll have a better sense of what you really do understand and what skills you might want to improve in the future. Okay, so write that summary, submit it through Canvas, and we'll be moving towards some really great academic skills that will help you be successful at university. Thanks for your participation in the course so far. If at any time you have questions, please contact me. And remember, we can set up an online video chat meeting to answer any of your questions if you like. Thank you.